I'm turning 50 this year, and I've just retired. But it doesn't mean I spend all day doing nothing. If anything, I'm actually busier than ever.
Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. Please seek proper financial advice before making any decisions that will impact on your livelihood. Now let's get on with the video.
Hi, and welcome back to Lila at Home. Today we're not in the kitchen. Today we're in my study. I'd like to share with you why I decided to retire early and what enabled me to do that. First, let's talk about the why. The pandemic changed a lot of things for people. For me, it made me realize that working in an office 9 to 5 is not something I want to do long term anymore. It didn't give me the time to do what I really wanted to do, write and make videos. While I have been creating even with a full-time job, I felt that I owed it to myself to dedicate some real time to exercise my creative muscles, to find out what it's like instead of wondering years ahead, what if? Now let's talk about how I made this possible. In one of his newsletters, Ali Abdaal shared his plan to retire young. He mentioned Naval Ravikant's definition of retirement.
Retirement is when you stop sacrificing today for some imaginary tomorrow. When today is complete in and of itself, you're retired.
Ali rephrased this to, retirement is when you find a sustainable way to fully live your life in the present moment without sacrificing any of that time in exchange for future reward. Ali suggested there are 3 ways to get to this point. Make money, reduce burn rate, find work that feels like play. First, make money. For most people, the reason they work is to be able to afford the lifestyle choices they make. When I first told my friend about retiring at 49 instead of the usual 65, some of them reacted with, "You won the lottery, didn't you?" It would have been nice, I suppose. While they say that money can't buy you love or happiness, it is essential for day-to-day living. My daughter's reaction was, "Oh my God, are we going to be poor? Are we going to have to live under a bridge?" Her best friend who was there when I broke the news rolled his eyes and said, "Jamie, Lila has probably already thought about that. She's probably already saved enough money. That's why you save." At 13, he was absolutely right. I've been in full-time work since I finished my master's degree in 2002. Back then, I signed up for the retirement investment scheme offered in the workplace. This is where they match you dollar to dollar of your contribution of up to 5% of your income before tax. It's practically free money. I started with a contribution of $37, and almost 20 years later, I have a decent financial runway. Mr. Money Mustache said, "When people earn their freedom from money constraints, they usually don't stop working. Instead, they start doing their best work." My financial runway enables me to spend more than 10 hours a week on content creation while I also write my doctorate thesis and explore what it is that I want to do when I grow up. Second, reduce your burn rate. This means spending less than you earn. Look at your lifestyle and ask yourself that question. Do you really need that iPhone 13 Pro? What can you say no to? Can you eat out less? Or order less Uber Eats?
Wonderful. Mayonnaise and fries.
If you like coffee, maybe invest in a good coffee machine and learn how to make proper lattes instead of spending $5 a pop. Yes, it is spending up front, but totally worth it if you can't live without that daily cup of joe. You can also invest in good tech that will last. I don't feel the need to upgrade to the latest technology when it first comes out. My iPhone 6 got replaced by an iPhone 12 mini after 7 years of service. I was never too crazy how iPhone kept getting bigger and bigger. When Apple announced that they were releasing iPhone 12 mini that was slightly smaller than my iPhone 6, it was time for an upgrade.
And there we go. It's just ever so slightly smaller than my iPhone 6.
I also wanted a phone that had a better camera. I love documenting my life with photos and videos. As Billie Eilish says, it's important to take photos throughout your life because otherwise you might forget. And I don't want to forget. Third is finding work that feels like play. This is the stage I'm at right now. I've built my financial runway to live comfortably, solo parenting my teenage daughter, while I write my doctoral thesis and explore what work feels like play. I do things because I enjoy doing it. For example, I volunteer on a cohort-based course because I enjoy being part of the community, even if it means getting up before 3 o'clock in the morning for these live sessions.
I'm going to pass to Layla, but before I do, just like massive big ups to Layla. It's 3 a.m. in her time zone, and she is glowing, 1, and 2, she is here. So everyone, please make sure you do give a round of applause for Layla to show up this morning.
Thanks, JC. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, it was a surprise to me to find out that these sessions were going to be 3 a.m. for me, but hey.
I'm developing my skills as a content creator and building my portfolio. Retiring early was made possible because of that financial runway, the one I built through the in-work investment retirement scheme. I was comfortable taking the leap because I knew I had things to do with my time, my thesis, and content creation. Retiring early also allows me to be more present for my friends and family. I have elderly friends I want to look after, and I have my teenage daughter. One of my friends reacted to my retirement plan saying that it was the best time to do it. Having parented 2 boys through their teenage years, she said teenagers need somebody like a parent to be around more than they did when they were younger kids. I hope this helps you plan and make decisions that leads you to a fulfilling life. If you want to reduce your burn rate through less takeaways and more home-cooked meals, check out my cooking video playlist. I focus on daily cooking in the home kitchen. Thanks for watching. Bye.